really dramatic. Our best players played multiple sports. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, they played everything growing up. The best passing players that I've seen in the NBA all played soccer growing up. I think every sport impacts the others, and I think learning how to use different muscles, learning from different coaches, seeing different games, I think everything then is sort of used in one manner if you eventually focus on it.
So there, brother, how are you?
Doing fantastic.
Good.
Appreciate you coming through, man.
Oh man, and I'm excited. I'm so happy watching you work out.
Oh, yes,
Like how serious you is, your intensity. I like that.
Feeling good?
Amazing. How about you?
Can't complain. 15 years in.
Yeah, no, you're looking good, healthy. We're good, yeah, for sure.
Gotta keep moving. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
All right, brother.
For sure. I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. Keep
Yes, sir.
working hard.
2 preseason games, but where does that put him for the home opener a week from today?
Questionable. So he's going to do more and more on the court this week. I just talked to him. He felt good in his workout today. He's moving around. He's doing some drill work on the court. And by the end of the week, hopefully he's playing some 3-on-3 and we'll reevaluate at that point.
This might be a early question, I guess, just based on that. But I mean, in the past, you guys have, or Rick has liked to play it a little bit more conservatively in bringing guys back. So what does he need to do before he gets out on the court? Is it just 3-on-3, or would a 5-on-5?
No, I wouldn't put him out there Tuesday night if he hasn't played any 5-on-5. So, we're hoping that later this week it's 3-on-3 and that translates into 5-on-5. Maybe we have a practice Sunday, we got Saturday off, so maybe over the weekend. We'll just play it by ear.
Steve, have you decided for tomorrow who your starters will be?
No, not yet.
I know in Sacramento you said that one of the final 2 games will be more of a kind of a dress rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be maybe more towards tomorrow or Friday?
Both. Dress rehearsal, meaning shoot around, scout, player personnel, walk through all the game day routines, more than, lineup or patterns.
And then Rodney was not part of the injury update. Just seeing if you had any updates for him.
Yeah, he practiced today, and he I don't know, did we list Rodney for tomorrow? Is he?
There's no listing for preseason games or whatnot, but I'll check with Rick and let you know.
But I talked to him today, he's feeling great, practiced fully today.
Steve, have you been pleasantly surprised by Brandon, or is this kind of like what you expected from him?
I didn't know him well, so I'm impressed. That's the main thing. I think he's a very instinctive basketball player. He's always in the right spot, and he sees the game well. Indicated by his rebound totals in college, 8.8 a game. He's just constantly where the ball is, and that translates to a lot of other areas too. So, a really good player. We're very excited.
Over the past year, how have you seen Jonathan mature, just as a person and as a player?
I think this year he's definitely, he feels more mature to me in terms of not getting down on himself. When we're coaching him through his mistakes, he's handling it better. He doesn't hang his head. He's looking you in the eye. He's understanding what he did wrong, trying to correct it. Very natural, sort of progression from a maturity standpoint, development standpoint. So, really happy with JK's camp and just his whole approach.
You had said on a couple of occasions that you guys have to fix your defense for you to be a real contender. 3 games in so far, what are you seeing?
Bad defense. We're not there yet. We're fouling jump shooters more than we did a year ago through 3 games. It's one of our key points that we're trying to hit. Last game was better in that regard. In the Sacramento game, we didn't foul as much. The first 2 games we fouled like crazy. So, we got to hit on those things. We got to rebound better. We got to take better care of the ball, defend without fouling, put more pressure on the ball. But that's what preseason's for. And we're able to see those mistakes and then hit on them. And then it's up to the guys to take that next step and make the improvement.
At the same time, how hard is it to sort of, project how your defense is going to be when Draymond's not out there as a part of it?
Yeah, Draymond's, I think he's the best defensive player in the league. So if he's out, we're not going to be as good. But we still need to be solid. We need to hit our key points to gain that incremental improvement in multiple areas. And that's what it's going to take for us to get a lot better.
Moses, we talked to Steve earlier, and one of the questions I asked him was about defense. I know he's been talking about trying to emphasize that in camp and the importance of that, getting to you guys back where you wanted to be in terms of, fighting for a championship. And he said so far it hasn't really been good. So what are you hearing? What's being emphasized, and what are you seeing?
We're still getting to know each other when it comes to knowing what somebody's going to do before they say it, type of connection and communication. But, it's a process, so I'm sure our defense is going to be better in week 3 than it is right now. But, it's camp. We're learning a lot. They're teaching a lot. So just doing that and growing from it.
And can you already sense that there should be a difference this year's on defense than it was last year?
Yes, there should be. We didn't win it last year, so it should be a difference for sure. I know they talk about the numbers and where we stand in the league, what we did last year, so we want to see growth in the area for sure.
And how much of that, obviously not having Draymond out there is going to be a factor because of his ability on that end of the court. How much will he help when he gets back?
Yeah, he more so than even just what he actually does on the ball or off the ball or whatever, just communication and his quarterback and everything from behind. He can see what's going on. So just that communication would definitely help with his presence.
Some folks have said that the practices are maybe a little different this year than last year in terms of maybe more instruction, more detailed. Is there what do you notice about the differences that in what's in practices this year compared to last year?
Yeah, training camp's a lot different than last year. just emphasizing more so on teaching, slowing down, making sure we don't skip over anything, drilling a lot of different things, playing a lot more. You know, years in the past, we've had the opportunity to have older guys, so a lot of guys have, you know, wouldn't necessarily want to sit here and do shell drill a bunch of times or whatever, because, you know, they kind of know where to be. But this year, even the guys that know it, slowing down, going over the repetition, and I think that'll be good for us.
How's that been for you? How are you experiencing that or benefiting from that this year?
Yeah, you know, just reinforcements, reinforcing what I've learned up to this point, as well as getting in different situations in practice before I actually get into them in the game. You know, just like I said, just being able to slow it down and know what you got going on.
With all the comparisons of last season and this season, obviously a big difference is Chris Paul, one of the league's best point guards. People assume he'll be with what they're calling the younger unit, the second unit, whatever you want to call it. You obviously put in quality minutes in the playoffs, seen some quality minutes in the preseason, seen some quality play out of you in the preseason. That said, do you think that Chris Paul being injected in that once Draymond is back will kind of help with the production when it comes to guys like you, Kuminga, Podziemski, and others out there on the floor with him? Steph said he's super vocal, so does that also help?
Yeah, he is very vocal. Like Draymond, like I said, just that presence out there on the floor has a big effect on everybody and what's going on. You know, with him being in there with our group, being able to orchestrate things and communicate what he sees and communicate that to us. You know, what he obviously can do on the ball, whether if it's playmaking, scoring, he just adds a whole nother dynamic to the offense.
Like what you said, well, like in the sense that, you know, he's obviously a member of the opposition, but there's obviously the growth of Jonathan Kuminga is a big topic over there. Were you pretty impressed to see I know it's just one preseason game, but some of the steps he may have taken forward?
No, I have a fondness for those guys. I was there for 6 years, and you know, to see a young guy like that start to figure out how he can have some success in this league, you're always pulling for that. You know, JK just not against us. You hear me? But other than against us, yes, I'm pulling for him all the time.
How much do you enjoy kind of this, I don't know, budding rivalry now with Golden State?
I mean, we play them so often. We played them 11 times last year. I don't remember if we played them in the preseason. But this year we played them twice in the preseason, and then we got them like the second game of the year and like the fourth or fifth game of the year. I mean, that's a team right down the street. Obviously, they've won championships, and that's something that we strive for. So it's great that we were able to go up against them so much and just kind of learn while playing them. But obviously, we still want to win.
The 4 or 5 years before that, I mean, didn't feel like you really had a rivalry. I mean, did you have a team out there that you thought that might be games that...
Nah, we definitely didn't, for sure. Obviously, I think last year changes a lot of things. I mean, obviously it was one good year, but we have higher expectations for ourselves, and we want to put ourselves in the same conversation as teams that are contending for championships.
What do you think about seeing the Warriors so many times so early in the season?
Yeah, I think we played them out of 18 games. We played them 16 times or something in the last 18. Yeah, it's crazy. We know them. They know us, so we can't use that as an excuse. So, I mean, it's fun playing them guys though, because they always compete and they always bring their A game. So, I like it.
Do you like the possibility of having a rivalry with them? And I mean, obviously, I don't know who you would have had a rivalry with before that. I mean, the Lakers thing so far behind. And
they've been saying we're the young Golden State. Golden State started like us. I've been hearing that. I've been seeing a little on Twitter, things like that. But I love to have that rivalry for sure.